Welcome to Rescue Farm. I'm Dr. Lance. You know, there are some very special people out there who spend much of their lives, their time, their energy, their talent, and their resources looking out for animals who are in trouble. We're talking wild animals, domestic animals. We're going to go far and wide to bring you their amazing, heartwarming stories. You're going to love this. Let's go. This season, I can't wait to bring you some great stories that were shared with us by some truly inspirational people. I can't wait for you to meet my new friend, Elizabeth Steed. I'm outside Pet Helpers with my new best friend, George, and Gwen Waller, one of the animal caretakers here. I'm here with Kristen, the operations manager here. I'm here with Kelly Thorvalson. Kelly is the manager of the Sea Turtle Rescue Program here at the South Carolina Aquarium. I'm with the full-time veterinary staff, husband and wife team, Dr. Jack Love and Dr. Janet McKim. Kristen, you told me you've been the operations manager for 3 years, but before that, you had a completely different line of work.
I sure did. I actually worked 14 years for the Department of Juvenile Justice.
And my first day in there, it was just remarkable because the pigs were having their babies, and it's an experience like no other. And so piglets were literally shooting out, and there were too many for one mother to take care of, and I asked what would happen to the extras, and they told me that they would starve to death because they wouldn't be able to get any milk. And I asked, well, what happens if somebody bottle feeds them? And they said, well, then they live. So my first day at the pig farm, I went home with a box with 4 baby piglets.
I'm a physician, I'm a doctor to the human animal, but I'm a biologist first. I love animals. Thinking of a 300-pound sea turtle, Mama Pritchard, who was hit by a boat propeller but's making a full recovery at the South Carolina Aquarium Sea Turtle Rescue Program.
This is Mama Pritchard. She is a 330-pound adult female loggerhead, the biggest turtle we've ever admitted into the Sea Turtle Hospital.
Really?
She was seen attempting to nest on Pritchard's Island, so she's named after where she was found.
Okay.
But after several unsuccessful attempts, and after noting these massive wounds in the back of her shell,
okay,
she was brought to the South Carolina Aquarium for rehabilitation. Okay. She was certainly put on medications to make sure those wounds didn't get infected, and they were pretty bad when she came in. But they're stable, she is stable, she's off all medications. We're just keeping her well fed and happy until it's time for her to go, and really it's just waiting for those wounds to heal up enough to release her.
Okay, and you guys have a veterinarian on staff, right, who
We do.
helps look after these animals?
Absolutely. He should be coming down soon, actually, to get into those wounds, so maybe you'll be able to get into the tank with Mama Pritchard here and
I get to doctor the turtle?
do a little wound treatment.
Oh, I'd love to.
All right.
This wound, as severe as it looks, is not life-threatening as long as everything's healed in. You can see here where all the bone's been removed. So right now, we're just checking out this defect. We used to be able to pass, this used to go in about 1.5 inches, and it's sealing in. And we're not able, I don't think we're going to be able to endoscope this part today. Feels pretty good.
Has she had any infections in this along the way, or has she been lucky?
She's been very lucky.
Great. Long before residency and med school and all that, I was a biologist, and I love animals. I respect their place in the environment, whether it's a wild animal, a domestic animal, or a pet. Gwen, this is a wonderful dog, and he is so full of life. He's about 1 year old.
He had a fractured leg that had happened sometime earlier and was healing improperly.
Since then, he's undergone 2 surgeries.
And that was here with Dr. Love was one of those surgeries.
At our clinic,
So I basically went in, repaired it, put in a bone graft, and got the healing regenerated. Now he's about a half or 2/3 of the way into his recovery and doing very well.
What's up? We get another dog in, we can save that right now is not being saved.
No, seriously, this is...
Are you coming in today to get George? All right, well.
Then there's the case of Shaker. Shaker's a beautiful horse who lost an eye due to animal abuse. But the dedicated staff of the Learn Rescue Network took him in, and he's doing great. We're here with Elizabeth Steed and Shaker. Elizabeth is the founder of Learn. Elizabeth, tell us the story of this horse right here.
Well, Shaker came to us back in May of 2009, and he was an abuse case. The gentleman that had him was not feeding him, he was underweight, and he actually ruptured Shaker's eye with a water hose and didn't seek medical treatment. So we had to get the medical treatment needed to remove the eye so that the infection wouldn't set in.
So Shaker actually lost an eye in that story.
He did, and he kind of embodies what we do at this rescue group. We focus on the animal, we focus on the horses. We don't get into the political aspect of it. We strictly are in it for the animals and their welfare. And that's what we're interested in with this guy. And hopefully he'll find a forever home and have a happy ending.
And he's doing well now with you.
He's doing wonderful.
Stay tuned for Rescue Farm, coming in the fall of 2010.